Hey everyone, it's Esther, the founder of Real Stories, here for our Friday afternoon check-in to give you some suggestions of things to watch. I'm super excited to share with you some ideas. And one of the things that's really, really exciting about what we've been doing at Real Stories over the past month, can you believe that we've been in Real Stories for the past month? Or we've been in quarantine for the past month, is that our audience and our community is growing. And so I'm going to invite a new member of our community, Isa, on. Isa, and she has just joined the Real Stories community. And so I'm super excited to have her join me today for our Friday screening suggestions. Hey, Isa, how's it going?
Hello. It's good.
How are things in New York?
They're good, the same, for sure.
Same quarantine, different coast.
Yes.
Hey, why don't you introduce yourself and tell everyone how you got involved with Real Stories?
Yes. Hi, I'm Isa. I'm from New York City. I go to LaGuardia High School in Manhattan. Basically, I got involved with the Real Stories not that long ago. I really love film, and I've always wanted to be a part of a community that really was about film and focused on women in film, because there's definitely underrepresentation. I work with a theater company that's all female. So when I was looking for things to do during quarantine, I came across Real Stories, and I was just so fascinated by their website and everything that they were doing. And I really wanted to get involved and spread the word to all of my other friends who are interested in film, who don't really get any other opportunities other than Real Stories.
Awesome. Well, we are super excited to have you and help us sort of as we continue to expand. So for those of you who don't know, we're based in the Bay Area, but we have really, in the past 4 weeks, have tried to move everything we possibly can online. So we're offering really cool workshops and also really insightful Q&As with film directors. So just last night we were able to I moderated a Q&A with Jill Colton, who was the writer-director of Abominable, amongst many other films that she's directed or been head of story on. So it's been really cool to see how we can kind of expand who we serve and not be sort of stuck with just the, where we are geographically. So, obviously representation is a huge problem, not just in one area. So, and not just in one industry. So we're excited to be able to expand from, the Bay Area to New York and beyond. So we're really thrilled to have each of you be part of this. So what we do on Fridays, Isa, is kind of give some suggestions of what people can screen over the weekend. And I know you have some thoughts, so I would love to hear your recommendations for weekend streaming, screening, whatever. What's the weather like in New York? Is it like a good
It's rainy today. It's
good
rainy.
Weekend to
yes,
stay
good
inside?
movie day.
Well, I guess we stay inside anyhow, but
yes.
Makes you feel less sad if it's
yes, totally.
So what are your thoughts for what people should be
okay.
watching?
I definitely had a hard time picking my top 3, but so City of God is on Netflix. It's co-directed by Katia Lund. It was filmed in 2003. It's in Portuguese, and it's set in the City of God, which is like an impoverished area in Rio de Janeiro. And it's always been on my Netflix queue, and I never really got around to watching it until about a month ago. And it is one of the most amazing movies I've ever seen. It is the style of this cinematography is really different, and it really contributes to the plot of the story. And I don't want to give away too much, but it's basically about these 2 boys who have really different paths. They grew up together, and then one becomes a photographer and the other one gets involved with drug-related violence, and their lives intertwine, and it follows their story. And basically the film, it's an incredible movie, and also the way that they casted it was also so unique. They basically picked people up off the streets of Rio de Janeiro, and most of the film is about young children, and there's a lot of young kids in the film, and these are all local people in Brazil who are just pulled off the street and put on camera, and it's almost like a documentary, but it's not. I think it's a really incredible movie, and there's nothing else like it. Yes, that's City of God.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's so
intense,
good.
But it's such a great film.
It's very intense. That's a very intense movie. And then the second one is Atlantics, which is Maddie.
With that, so
Maddie Diop is. Yeah, so Maddie Diop is the director. She I found out about her through Criterion Channel, because right now they're featuring all of her short films on it. She was the first Black woman to ever get nominated for the Palme d'Or at Cannes, like the first ever to win to get nominated for the highest award at the Cannes Festival, and she won at the Grand Prix, but didn't win for the Palme d'Or, but still. So I really started watching a lot of her short films, and Atlantics was originally a short film, just like many films are. And it's her first feature, and it did very, very well. And it was really interesting. I can't say it was one of my favorite films I've ever seen, but something that is definitely worth watching. And she's also a director on the rise that's really worth watching, and it's on Netflix, so it's pretty accessible. Her shorts are available on the Criterion Channel too. I don't want to spoil it. It's one of those movies I'm glad I went into it not knowing what it was really about. It's really beautiful, and it's really short. It's only like an hour and a half long, so it's not like one of those lengthy movies that you have to, really get into. It's not Scorsese or anything like that. So
no Irishman.
I appreciate shorter films for sure. I think that there's something really special about them when they're shorter. Yeah, you can watch it on Netflix. It's great. It's really, I don't want to give it away, but that's Atlantics. Yes. And then my third one is Le Bon Heur, directed by Agnes Varda. It's on Criterion Channel. I watched it for the first time, and by the end of it, I was just shaking my head like, what the heck? I mean, I don't know how she was able to bring up themes in a film in such a subtle way. It's really worth watching. It's set in Paris. It's filmed in 1965. The visuals are stunning, and the soundtrack is incredible. It's also very short, only an hour and 20 minutes. And it follows the story of this family, wife, husband, 2 kids, and the husband has an affair, even though he seems like very satisfied in his marriage. And my favorite quote about the movie that made me want to watch it was, "Only a woman could dare to make this film." So it is definitely one of the most, the way I can describe it is one of the most savage things I think I've ever watched, like in the most beautiful style. Agnes Varda was still able to bring up so much, but it could definitely, I think, depending on who watched it, would take away different things, which I think makes a great movie. And you can watch all of Agnes Varda's other works on the Criterion Channel as well. Yes.
Fantastic. Those are great suggestions. I mean, Agnes Varda is obviously a trailblazer for female filmmakers in a lot of ways, and certainly a hero over at Real Stories. So, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm not normally a high school film person suggestion. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Way to go to really reach out and grab some new stuff that maybe we haven't, maybe a lot of our peers haven't heard of. So that's fantastic. Great. Well, I'm just gonna add one thing to your awesome list, which is this weekend on Sunday, the new season of Killing Eve comes out. So if you haven't seen the first 2 seasons of Killing Eve, which the original showrunner was Phoebe Bridgewaller, who wrote and starred in Fleabag, which is also a
must watch.
Really sad when that ended. Hated watching it, binging it, and then being so sad it was over. But I don't normally love things that are too scary, and so I really had steered away from Killing Eve because I thought it was going to be terrifying, but it is so good. And I just informed everyone in my household that they're going to have to quarantine somewhere else on Sunday night, so the new season can come out. So thank you so much for these suggestions. Yes. We're thrilled to have you be part of our community.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
We're really excited about everything that we have going on at Real Stories. We're trying to make the best lemonade possible out of lemons and really work towards utilizing this time to really highlight female and non-binary filmmakers and films and television and media that is made by and for women and non-binary film people and filmmakers, just so that when we come out of this, we can start maybe looking at our media a little bit differently. So, Isa, we're thrilled to have you.
Yes.
You have some great suggestions for the weekend. Any last words of...
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Yeah.
there's plenty of movies out there to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. And if anybody out there wants to give their suggestions of what to watch,
Yes.
please feel free to, you can email me at Esther, ESTHER at real-stories.com or DM us. Just reminder that, Real Stories is a small nonprofit. So if you want to see us continue to grow and offer these things, we would love your donations. We're also really trying hard to figure out, we've recorded a lot of the Q&As that we did over the past 4 weeks, and we're trying to figure out how to make those available if you had to miss them. We understand everyone's schedule is a little crazy right now, but we've got some really incredible stuff coming up in the next week. So we're really thrilled to be able to offer that to you. And we're always looking for feedback on other stuff that you're hoping to learn. So Isa, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a
Yes.
great weekend. Stay safe in New York.
Yes.
Oh, right. And we're also on Venmo. So you can Venmo us at just real-stories as well.
Yes. And also if you guys like the films that I recommended, I have a much longer list based off of those, if anyone would like that.
Excellent. And you can find Isa. What's your Instagram?
Just Isa Barrett.
Just
yes.
at Isa Barrett.
Yes.
And also Real Stories also keeps a list of female filmmakers on our website, so you can always go check that out. Those are films made by female filmmakers or feature a strong female lead. So if you're ever looking for something to watch, we try to keep that as updated as possible. So Isa, have a great weekend.
Yeah,
Thank you
you
so
too.
much. Talk to you soon.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. All right, thanks everybody else. We're really thrilled to have Isa join us. And again, we would love to continue to be able to keep offering the work that we're doing. So please support us and spread the word about what we're offering so that we can continue to do it. And then we can continue to create great media. Let's try to make the best out of this very sort of lonely and isolated time by offering things to create with one another, reach out if you need anything. We're thrilled to have everyone be part of this community, and we're just hoping to continue to grow it. So have a great weekend. Again, check out Isa's suggestions, and then remember Killing Eve premieres on Sunday. That's on the BBC America channel, and I'm sure it streams somewhere else after that. But you can watch the first 2 seasons on Hulu, and I would highly recommend them. It's very, very addicting. All right, take care. Thanks. Bye.